Hey guys, welcome to Mecharashi. We do have a new code for you for Dean Knight. So pasting it here, confirming it. Let's check it out. So for Dean Knight, we do have two pulls, one for your pilot and one for your mech. Then let's proceed to the video. So with the end of 2025 fast approaching, I'd like to, have a future look, in particular the JP server, because the JP server is kind of ahead of us by around 4 to 6 months. So it's really a glimpse into our future. What is going to be the impact of the pilots coming out after 2025, particularly with the upcoming collab for Evangelion, and moving onwards probably up to 4th or the 5th month of 2026. Starting with the pilots, so the pilots, there will be add-ons to the top of the tier. As you can see here, there are copy indicators for the pilots. So this symbol is full copies. Then this symbol is going to be don't need a dupe for the pilot. So with Asuka coming in, she is projected to be coming out in the first weeks of January. So she will be one of your primary targets because she is actually one of the best fighters coming out into and joining global. So in JP so far, I haven't had a chance to get her for the collab. I actually missed it by a couple of months. So I am actually using currently Rosa Judgment. So Rosa Judgment, they do have their anniversary now. So both Asuka and Rosa are actually a must get. No comparing, no saying that the other is best than the other. They're both good. They're in a different class. So Asuka is going to be a tactician. Asuka is going to be a fighter. Rose is going to be a tactician. So both are a must get within the next few months. So Asuka January, and Rosa probably coming out probably April or May. So you have time to save for both of them. Right now, there is probably a month or more to save for Asuka and a lot of more months to save for Rosa. So these two are actually your must pull and one of the best pilots ahead of 2026. So the rest are actually mainstays. So Melissa, if you don't have her, you should get her before or during 2026. You have Eileen as well. Kelly just came out, is also one of our best pilots, especially in global right now. We have Frida. So Frida has maintained her status as one of the best pilots moving forward. In JP, she is still one of the best pilots. She hasn't dropped yet. The drop is actually important to look at in terms of the JP tier list because again, they're kind of a little bit advanced as in comparison to us. But to round out your SSS tier, your triple S tier is actually Ophelia or Ines. So she is actually one of the top targets aside from the collab. So if you're targeting Asuka, if you're targeting Rosa, please do target Ophelia as well. You might want to target Ophelia or Asuka because both of them are of fighter class. But again, guys, these three are your must get within the next few months. You probably have a small window because Asuka, in the order, Asuka comes first, then Ines or Ophelia, then Rosa. So in a span of 5 months, you have 3 must get pilots. That is 3 must get pilots. So get them, especially for these two because they're with the collab. They're the priorities. Ophelia, of course, or Ines will have her rerun. So that is your top tier, tier 1. For tier 2, Lorna, I believe, hasn't fallen off that much. Sometimes I consider her as niche, especially if you do want more offense to your lineup. In terms of a full-fledged machinist, Melissa is actually still the way to go. But for this one, Lorna is one of the best. I would put her, actually, on my opinion, I would put her together with Melissa on top. Then you have Marcus for your tier 2. Again, for those who haven't had Marcus, Marcus is one of, if not second to Frida. Well, she's here at tier 2. Then her name is Juan, but this is Hong. So Hong is actually getting better, especially now that we have a great deal of copies for Mech Glacia. So I think Hong will, maintain her position as one of the best characters, especially that she can target the body directly with either hand. So one for another target and another for another target for the uppercut. So again, her value is actually going to be maintaining. Sylvie as well. I'm not sure if what do you call this? If Hong and Sylvie are in the same category, but definitely Hong is just there, right before Sylvie. But I would agree that Sylvie is going to maintain her value because right now in JP. Oh, by the way, for those who didn't know, I am actually currently playing in the JP server. I'm at level 53. I'm also playing with the global server. I do have Rosa, I do have Melissa, I do have Eileen. I will have Kelly, I have Frida, and I have Ines. So what I don't have is only Asuka in the top tier. I don't have Sylvie. Okay, the reason why I don't have Sylvie, I don't feel I need Sylvie because I already have Rosa and I'm about to get Kelly. So if you don't have Sylvie right now, don't worry because you might not need her moving forward. Okay, you might not. I'm saying might not. But if you have her, she will maintain her place as in tier 2. Then you have William. So William is one of the I think most intriguing characters here. I bet if he's at full investment, he would be great for your team. Tons of damage, and this is going to be our tier 2. For your tier 3, this is, by the way, the tier list for JP. So if you haven't had a clue, this is for JP. We have Ray, we have Shinji, Smith, Frigata, Paloma, Rosa, Sean. This is a very what do you call this? This is a very enormous slot in terms of tier 3. There's a lot of pilots here stuck at tier 3, but let's figure them out. Frigata probably would still be good. Especially I've seen her kit and how she is used. For me, she is middle of the pack. Like here, tier 3. Middle of the pack. Paloma as well. Rosa, agree. Smith, yes. Shinji, Ray, Shawnee, Naomi, Typhus, 7. I think 7. Yeah, 7 is actually the middle of the pack below Lorna. We have Arthur, Dean, and Kesa. Forgot what her name is, but I'll be getting her. I didn't pull for her, by the way, in JP. I haven't pulled for Dean as well in JP. But again, Dean is, I think, below. I think he's just here because we don't have future characters that are in CN. So more or less the investments here. Again, going back to the investments for the new investments going forward. For tier 2, if your characters are here, then they're still very good for the next let's say up until the middle of 2026 or up to the end of 2026. For this one, best investment here if you want to move forward, is going to be I think Arthur is one of the best investments here, and Paloma. So Paloma is actually very niche, but she's a good investment once we get her, but not that much. I don't think I don't think you will be, you should invest much in her, but as a, as a small investment, probably good for tier 3. So for tier 4, so we do have the other investments here. So we have Erisa here for tier 4. Erisa, well, some of you guys didn't invest in Erisa. She's not gonna be what do you call this? She's not gonna be what do you call this? A fan favorite in terms of usage. I would say she's niche, but her kit is actually fun. So for the fun factor alone, that is the only reason why I actually got her. But again, if you don't want to invest in her, we do have Adele coming in the next few months as well. Probably the 6th month of global, because right after Rosa Judgment, we will have, I think, two characters that are of assault. One of them is Adele. That is going to be very, very good. So with this said, so Fia is an optional investment. She's very niche. Her playstyle is very niche, very unique, if I may say. Very unique in the sense that she may excel in some maps, and some maps she might not excel in. And she does need a lot of hit rate for her kit to work. So optionals would be Fia, Erisa moving forward, Camilla moving forward, Catherine moving forward, and Natalia. Catherine and Natalia, again, Natalia especially, if you have Paloma, I don't think you'll be needing Natalia at this point. Catherine as well. Catherine is usually used in some stages as bait, but not really a must pull at the 6th month period for 2026. So with that said, that is our tier list for JP. The tier 5 and 6, these are mostly your A ranks, and we have Duraka here and Yevgeny, which again we're not going to be investing in. So again, going up, optional for Fia, optional for Erisa. Do not move forward with Camilla, Catherine, Natalia. Dean is actually optional. Arthur is actually optional as an investment. Typhus is optional. Paloma is optional, but Paloma has more of an upside instead of optional. Then you have Fregata, very optional. Her playstyle is very niche. Smith is optional. Ray and Shinji are both optional at this point. So the must-gets, guys, the must-get is definitely Ines slash Ophelia, Asuka, Rosa, and that is it. Let's move on to our mechs. So for our mechs, the must invest in, the first one would be Revelation. This is Smith's mech. You can actually use this mech also with Frida. Second investment for the mech, best investment that you could bring is Dawn02, the mech of Asuka. So if you could only get one copy of Asuka, then probably if you could rainbow this mech, the better. Best investment as well for next year would be Rex, continue to dominate. Then you have Malthus as Eileen, still continues to dominate up until now for JP. Then you have Glacia. So for those who are still using Glacia, do not forgo. Continue on using Glacia because she is still one of the best mechs in JP. Then we have Twilight. So you could use this with anybody who matched the criteria of different weapon types for each hand. Fury. Fury is a nice investment, but Fury is mainly most of Fury's skills is catered towards Rosa Judgment. So that is why she is SSS. Again, interchanging is okay, but again, she's optimal with Rosa. Shadow Rabbit is also optimal with Fregata. But this mech is actually, can be used with other characters. We have Ophelia's mech, Ouroboros, or Ines. So I think for me, right now, one of the best mechs that I've used so far in JP. Then for Dean, this is Ranger. I've featured this mech already. One of the best to invest in. Then you have, this is Dread Talon. Dread Talon, not so much. Probably a tier lower. Kong, probably a tier lower. This one, I believe, for Blazer. Yes. This one for Melissa's mech. Yes. Alicorn, yes. The problem with Alicorn is directly linked to Paloma. It's for a sniper with a heavy class, so I think Paloma can only, use it optimally. Arthur's mech, Ignite, is at S+. Cassia's Dragon Jaw, Breaking Dawn. This is Mithril. This is Fia's mech. So again, this mech is also more or less tailored fit for Fia. U-Class for Typhus, Pascal, one of our free mechs for the collab. So S+. This is actually tier 3 already. Our Aglow, which is tier 3, Gilray tier 3, Dias tier 3, XR, Bluebird, and the list goes on. We have Arcus, Doppel, Dawn01 at S, Thanatos. These are the lower tier of mechs that you might want to not invest in the next few months. So the bottom of the S ranks are Heracles and Hela. So these two, don't invest in moving forward. If you get a copy of them just by losing the 50-50, then it's okay. Wolverine is also here. So the bottom of the barrel is, we have Frida's mech, Wolverine, Heracles, Hela. Dragon Rider is actually here. I'm not sure why. Probably too niche, but I don't think Dragon Rider should be, I think, a tier above. Thanatos, yes. Dawn01, Doppel, Arcus. Arcus should be low. Bluebird, okay. XR should be below. Dias should be below. Gilray should be below. Arglow should be below. Pascal, okay. U-Class. Mithril, Dawn00, yes, and so on. So these are the mechs that I think you should invest in. They're gonna be very relevant, 6 months into 2026, and hopefully up to the end of 2026. I'll be putting both the links of these files in the description of the video, and pull wisely, guys, and invest wisely on your mechs and your pilots. Thank you very much for staying this far. Take care, stay safe. This is the Warden, and I'm out of here.